Hi, my name is Sean Lomax, and I'm a consultant at DevObsessed. Thank you so much for clicking on this short video. Today, we're going to talk about how DevObsessed solves our clients' problems by developing high-quality applications. Before we talk about application development, let me introduce who we are. DevObsessed is a boutique consultancy in Omaha, Nebraska. Our consultants are senior and principal level full-time employees. Our clients range from startups to Fortune 50. We have the ability to help in a number of different practice areas, some of which are outlined here. UX, platform, application development, both front end and back end, and AI adoption. We can help as individuals, as a team of consultants, or we can provide one or more consultants blended in with one of your teams. Just a little about me. Like I mentioned, my name is Sean Lomax. I'm a principal consultant here at DevObsessed. I've been developing software for 15 years, serving as a consultant for the last 7.5 years or so. I was originally a Java developer, but I got interested in JavaScript about 10 years ago or so. I've used many JavaScript tools and frameworks, including React, Vue, and Angular, but my favorite is React. In an ideal world, I would be doing full stack development with React on the front end and Java on the back end, but that's all dependent on what the client needs. As a consultant, I am responsible for discovering and documenting my clients' requirements, designing solutions, and then implementing them. So in this video, we're going to talk about a few common symptoms that we see in the software industry and how DevObsessed uses our expertise in application development to address those symptoms. The symptoms on this slide are common, not just for our clients, but common across the software development industry. There's a reason for that. They're very hard problems to solve. There's no silver bullet, no magic band-aid to solve these problems. Instead, the consultants at DevObsessed tailor each solution to each client. Now, this list is far from exhaustive. There are countless other problems we have solved, but this deck will illustrate how we apply logical, real-world solutions to these common problems. So let's talk about our first symptom, hot fixes post-release. Your code has been designed, implemented, merged, tested, and deployed. What a relief. But let's say you miss some scenario that is affecting a significant portion of your users and they're not happy. So your development team has to scramble to deploy a fix to that issue as quickly as possible. How do we avoid that scenario in the first place? Well, good testing helps, and test coverage is not an afterthought for our consultants. It's a crucial part of the process. And I'm not talking about picking an arbitrary number for code coverage. I'm talking about identifying the behavior of our code and testing the things it must be able to handle. These are practical, high-quality tests that run automatically as part of the build process. Another great option is to deploy as frequently as you can. There are a couple nice things about this. First, it gets code out there and being used quickly after it was developed, instead of waiting weeks or months to deploy, only to have to fix code that no one has looked at recently. Also, practically, it makes all your deploys more streamlined. So when it's time to deploy to production, the team knows the process like the back of their hand. Finally, the bottom line is that regardless of how great your team is, there are going to be missed requirements and bugs that fly under the radar. It's going to happen. So what's the process there? Does everyone drop what they're doing and go into full panic mode until it's solved? Maybe your tech lead pulls an all-nighter because they're the only one who understands it. While those options are popular, they're a lot more stressful than having a well-documented process for handling changes, communicating with stakeholders, and deploying new code without sacrificing code quality or your sanity. Let's take a look at our next symptom here, extended ramp-up time. We at DevObsessed are pros at joining teams. As consultants, it's an integral part of our job, as we're regularly going from one client to another. This means we have tons of experience with navigating team norms, adapting to workflows and processes, and quickly getting to a point where we can make meaningful contributions to the team. We also look to optimize onboarding by documenting our experience while onboarding, maintaining that documentation, and sharing it with the team. We also try to automate as much of the process as possible by writing scripts and code snippets, for example, to leave things better for the next new team member. Finally, task prioritization. In the first few hours and days of a new engagement, we watch, listen, and learn so we know as much as possible about our clients' needs, taking notes and triaging the most important pieces to address. We want to tackle high priority items first before improving the edge cases later. Let's talk about the next symptom here. It's a headache that I think everybody has experienced to some extent, prolonged development cycles. We love to get things done and focus on results. We want to please and delight not only the tech teams, but also the business customers. The sooner we get that code out there, the sooner we can get that feedback. Senior developers and tech leads often find themselves in other company meetings, which decreases the amount of time they have to write code. Often, our consultants are busy building while our client leads are busy in those meetings. Let's talk about our last symptom, tech debt. We know that all tech is the result of the best decisions based on knowledge at the time. Sometimes schedules or cost are more important and can lead to decisions that must be rebuilt later. There's no judgment, it's just part of software development. In these scenarios, we use our past experience and knowledge of our clients' needs to provide options with various degrees of complexity and timeframes to weigh the needs and strategies of the organization to plan how to proceed. Updating external dependencies. So we have a ton of experience doing this, updating software and libraries. We know the headaches of it. We know the ins and outs. It can be very complicated, and we feel very confident in our ability to avoid unforeseen consequences and making those upgrades and keeping your application running smoothly and safely. Finally, experience. Like I mentioned earlier, a major part of our job as consultants is to get a wide range of experience across all different kinds of teams, industries, and processes. Every time we see tech debt and are able to provide a solution to that tech debt, the next time we see a similar problem, it's that much easier to solve. Today, we talked through 4 common symptoms we see at our clients and discussed some practical solutions that DevObsessed uses to solve them. As I mentioned, it's not an exhaustive list, but it should have illustrated how we use our knowledge and experience to solve big problems. We are not a one-size-fits-all consulting company. We're not going to sell you the same solution we sold previous clients. We are a boutique consultancy. Our goal is to understand our clients' needs or problems, find the best solution for them, and implement that solution. We would love to invite you to schedule a free consultation by clicking the link below. You can always check out more of our services at devobsessed.com. We look forward to hearing from you and have a great day. Thanks for watching.